What is the shortest, safest and most efficient trade route between Europe and Asia today? The Trans-Caspian route plays a key role in unlocking Kazakhstan's transit potential. By combining rail and maritime routes, the Middle Corridor is already capable of handling up to 6 million tons of cargo annually. One of the main drivers of corridor development is the coordination of operations with the neighboring countries. Through the Trans-Caspian route, we aim to increase cargo volumes to 10 million tons by 2027. Kazakhstan has all the necessary resources, both territorial and digital, to become a key logistics hub in the region. The Trans-Caspian international transport route is gaining greater significance every day. Today, we explore why the Middle Corridor is becoming the backbone of a new Eurasian logistics network. The Great Silk Road, a mega project that changed the course of world history. It connected East and West, opened new trade routes, and built bridges of diplomacy across centuries. It united cultures, ideas, and technologies, bringing prosperity to nations and entire continents. There are nearly 50 landlocked countries around the world. For them, trade and logistics are a constant challenge. Kazakhstan is one of the few nations that, thanks to its strategic geographic location and developed infrastructure, enjoys real advantages in global initiatives. One of the most important is the Trans-Caspian International Transport Corridor, a route of growing strategic importance for our country. Kazakhstan will continue its cooperation with Russia and China in the field of transport, but a special role in strengthening our transit potential belongs to the Trans-Caspian route. In the medium term, freight volumes along this corridor could increase fivefold. To achieve this, we must work closely with key partners – China, Azerbaijan, Georgia and Turkey. The Trans-Caspian International Transport Route stretches nearly 11,000 kilometers across 8 countries. It starts at the port of Liaoning on China's eastern coast and reaches all the way to the European Union. The route links China, Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Turkey, Ukraine, Poland and Romania, making it one of the key corridors connecting East and West. Today there is strong demand for a direct transport route from Kazakhstan to Europe. In my view, Kazakhstan has seized this opportunity at the right time. But for this corridor to become a long-term, stable project, several factors must be considered. Maritime safety, competitive tariffs, digitalization, and round-the-clock logistics monitoring. Once all of these are in place, the world's attention to Kazakhstan as a vital link between East and West will grow significantly.
Сол кезде менің ойымша әлем назары шығыс пен батысты байланыстыруда Қазақстанның әлеуетіне көбірек назар аударатын болады деп ойлаймын.
2024 жылдың қорытындысы бойынша бұл дәліз арқылы
By the end of 2024, 4.5 million tons of cargo were transported via the Trans-Caspian route, a 62% increase compared to 2023. The corridor is approaching its projected capacity, which currently stands at around 6 million tons. Our goal is to raise this figure to 10 millions. To make that possible, we're expanding not only our rail infrastructure, but also our maritime ports. The Middle Corridor is more than just an economic route. It is a geostrategic pathway. When China's president first announced the Belt and Road Initiative in Astana, the earliest supporters were Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan and Georgia. Back then, the partnership was in its infancy. Today, it has evolved into a vast cooperation network. Dozens of logistics companies, international operators, and entire regions are delivering goods vital to millions of people with precision, reliability, and timeliness.
Дәлізді дамытудағы негізгі факторлардың бірі бұл көрші елдермен синхронды түрде жұмыс жасау.
One of the key drivers of corridor development is synchronized cooperation with neighboring countries. We are investing in infrastructure, modernizing railways, and expanding stations. But if Azerbaijan and Georgia lack the supporting infrastructure, freight volumes won't grow. That's why these 3 countries, Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan and Georgia, are working together. We have signed a roadmap with our partners for the development of the Middle Corridor and are already implementing projects under this agreement.
Бізде осы дәлізді синхронды дамыту бойынша жол картасы қол қойылған. Соның шеңберінде бірлескен жұмыстар атқарылып жатыр.
Cargo moves along the Middle Corridor via two main models. One is a single, consolidated train, while the other uses a hub-and-spoke system, where shipments from different origins converge at one logistics hub. Both formats benefit Kazakhstan, not only generating transit revenue, but also turning the corridor into a full-fledged export channel. Petroleum products, metals, agricultural goods and chemicals all can now reach international markets more freely.
Соңғы 30 жылда Қазақстаннан экспортталатын
Take oil products, for example. For nearly 30 years, around 80% of Kazakhstan's exports were channeled through Russia consortia. During recent military conflicts, we clearly saw how vulnerable this setup is. That's why, in my opinion, diversifying trade routes isn't just about economics. It's a matter of national security. After the pandemic and recent global crisis, it became evident. Kazakhstan must expand and strengthen its alternative logistic links with the world.
Сауда тараптарымен әртараптандыруға ықпал етіп жатыр.
Kazakhstan had the foresight to diversify routes from China, the world's second largest economy and its biggest export hub. Today, the country is no longer limited to a single logistics center in Horgoz. Following President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev's directive, several large-scale railway projects are underway: Dostik-Moynty, Bakhty-Ayagos, and Arbaza-Maktaral. The goal is to increase transport capacity and ensure stable delivery, even as volumes grow.
Нақты айтып кететін болсақ, достық Moynty жобасы біткеннен кейін
To give a concrete example, once the Dostik-Moynty project is complete, the throughput capacity at Dostik station will nearly double, from 16-18 million tons to 35 millions.
тоннаға дейін ұлғаятын болады. Алматы станциясының айналма жолы бар.
Meanwhile, construction is finishing on the new Zhetigen-Kazbek line, 73 kilometers long. It will complete the railway ring around Almaty, helping to decongest the country's busiest station. According to our estimates, this will reduce transit time through the Almaty hub by at least one full day.
Узелынан өту, торабынан өту 24 сағатқа қысқарады деп күтілуде.
2023 жылы мемлекет басшысы
During President Tokayev's state visit to Xi'an in 2023, a landmark agreement was signed.
қол қойдық. Яғни ол келісім біздің тасымалдаушыларға
Now Kazakh transport companies can freely deliver cargo to any destination in China, including seaports, and transit through Chinese territory without restrictions.
сондай-ақ Қытайдың тасымалдаушыларына Қазақстан елі арқылы транзитпен өтуге, Қазақстанның кез келген түкпір-түкпірінен жүк тасымалдауға мүмкіндік береді. Осының негізінде
Chinese logistics companies received the same rights in Kazakhstan. The results are clear. While around 50,000 trips were made annually before, by 2024, that number jumped to 230,000. And that's not the limit. We believe 300,000 trips is well within reach in the near future.
рейс жасаймыз ба деген ой бар. Болашақта бұл одан ары өсе беретін болады.
Kazakhstan is confidently transforming into a key transport hub for the entire region. Infrastructure is being modernized and digital solutions are being rolled out. All transport documentation is moving online. Barriers are being eliminated. This is not just about logistics. It's a forward-looking strategy.
Әрбір тасымал Қытай елімен арнайы рұқсат бланкі негізінде жүзеге асырылады.
Previously, every transport operation between Kazakhstan and China required a physical paper permit. Kazakhstan would issue 50,000 permits annually and receive the same amount from China.
Әрбір тасымалдаушы осы рұқсат бланкын қолына алып, шекарадан өткен кезде
Every truck driver had to carry this document to cross the border. But last year, we switched entirely to a digital system. Now, instead of tons of paperwork, all that's needed is a code.
жүздеген килограмм қағаз бланкылармен айырбас жасамаймыз. Тек қана электрондық бланкылардың номерімен айырбас жасаймыз.
Carriers can apply for the permit online from anywhere with an internet connection and continue the journey immediately without bureaucratic delays.
шекараны кесіп өте беруге болады.
Recent geopolitical turbulence has only increased the importance of Kazakhstan's Caspian ports. Aktau and Kuryk are no longer just docking points. They have become modern, multifunctional hubs. From oil and petroleum products to grain and containerized goods, these ports handle it all. They serve as a gateway connecting east and west by water. The middle corridor isn't just an opportunity, it's a necessity. Our goal is equal partnership in politics, economics, and transport. That's why the importance of the middle corridor and the Trans-Caspian route is growing in global politics. In the near future, this route may carry more than just oil. Even a gas pipeline is possible. Right now, for example, Azerbaijan and Turkmenistan are discussing the Trans-Caspian delivery of natural gas. Kazakhstan could potentially join that effort. The legal status of the Caspian Sea has already been defined by a convention, though not all states have ratified it. But once neighboring countries reach agreement, Kazakhstan could participate not just in transit, but also in pipeline construction. That would open another safe and direct channel for our energy exports. The Caspian Sea links 5 coastal nations. For each of them, it is a strategic asset and an economic lifeline. Oil extracted from its depths is still in high demand. Kazakh oil is already being delivered to the west via the Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan route. The near-term goal is to increase volumes. One condition must be met: modernization of port infrastructure. Once achieved, a new era of logistics potential will be within reach.
Біздің порттардың өткізу қабілеті қазір өте шектеулі.
Right now, the capacity of our ports is limited. Through the Trans-Caspian route, we plan to reach 10 million tons of cargo annually by 2027. Currently, we are at about half that. But progress is evident. In the past 3 years, cargo flow across the Caspian has doubled. The Azerbaijani route has been especially active. Major projects are also being explored, like laying an undersea internet cable as part of the Digital Silk Road concept. At the President's instruction, international consultations are underway to further develop this corridor. In my opinion, Kazakhstan should host a major logistics summit in Aktau, with participation from the world's leading logistics players. We need to bring in as many partners as possible: India, Pakistan, ASEAN nations, the Far East, China, Arab and European countries, and the Organization of Turkic States. Only through collective effort we can address challenges of this scale.
Шығыс Азия елдері, Қытай, Араб елдері, Еуропа елдері, Түркі мемлекеттері ұйымы. Бұлардың барлығын қосып, осы мәселені шешуіміз керек болып тұр қазір.
Today, Kazakhstan's seaports can handle over 300,000 containers annually. But in international logistics, time is everything. The faster the route, the stronger the player. Right now, the journey from Aktau to Baku across the Caspian takes more than 36 hours. The distance isn't the problem. Outdated ferries are. New vessels mean faster speeds. The president has already issued a directive to modernize the container hubs in Aktau and Kuryk, including the Sarja terminal. This is the next step in transforming the Caspian into a fast and reliable transport artery. As part of our large-scale development, a new multifunctional terminal, Sarja, is under construction at the port. The project includes 5 specialized terminals for containers, metal cargo, liquid bulk, grain, and dry bulk. The total investment in maritime infrastructure exceeds 300 billion tenge, primarily from private investors. A Chinese company from the port of Lanungan is already implementing the container terminal project. We are also in talks with France's CMA CGM, Germany's Renus, and the US-based Vandernet. Once dredging work is complete, we'll move ahead with these projects. The Trans-Caspian route is now at the center of attention for Europe, China and Central Asia, and for good reason. Every country sees its own opportunity in this corridor. For Kazakhstan, the potential is enormous. A container shipped from China crosses Kazakhstan in just 3 days. From there, it goes across the Caspian and the Caucasus and reaches Europe in just 20 days. By sea, the same route from China to Europe via the South China Sea and Mediterranean takes at least 40 to 45 days. And that's assuming good weather. This is why both Beijing and Brussels are paying close attention to the Middle Corridor. They don't just see it as an alternative. They see it as a model for the future of global logistics. And that means the strategic importance of this route will only continue to grow.